Waiting for that notification that we are live. Okay. Maybe we're here. Maybe we're not. Checking in on a few things. It doesn't look like we're up yet. Oh, it looks like we're up now. There's a little bit of lag on everything, so sometimes it is hard to tell. But we are in. We are live, it looks like. Best I can tell. Alright. Well, then, welcome back to the Tortalic channel, where we are playing Space Engineers. We are on episode 17 of the series now. And it is wild. We've come so far. We've put so many hours into this. And I'm excited to be able to continue the series with you guys. If you want to see what has led up to this moment, and you want to watch this series in chronological order, I invite you to go to my channel and to the playlist, the Space Engineer Survival, Season 1, and then you yourself can watch in chronological order the many hours of unedited footage that have led up to this point. Yeah, this series is completely live. There's been nothing cut. It's just been blood, sweat, and tears. And a lot of great moments littered between. But if you like this content, you should consider going ahead and hitting that subscribe button, because that helps me out quite a bit. Like the video, subscribe, and that bell icon is just for you. It'll notify you if I ever upload a video or go live. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the loading process for the game. Oh, and Nanite Control Facility seems to have gotten another update. So we might need to troubleshoot that just slightly. I think last time it had this new requirement where a control seat had to be present. And it was kind of glitchy because the control seat didn't need to be functional yet. It just needed to exist somewhere on the grid. Maybe they just changed that aspect, you know? Or maybe there's another requirement that this thing needs to function. Maybe there's a whole separate block. I really would not know. It didn't look like a big update though. It looks like a little tiny change. So we will see when we get into it. But main objective is we want to fully construct the Saint Elise, because the Saint Elise is going to be our mobile auto welding machine. As long as it's connected through a conveyor, it will make sure that all of the blocks are connected with a connector. It'll make sure all the blocks on both sides of the connector are 100% built, which is absolutely amazing. Now with Nanite Control Facility, there's also another like flip side to the mod where you can use it to mine into the ground. And I don't know. The whole mod itself seems a little bit overpowered, but I'm loving it. I don't think I want to spoil myself so far as to having nanites pull all the resources out of the ground for me. Number one, that's just going to require so much power. It's going to be really, really just not efficient at all. But it would make things really easy. Too easy, in fact. having the nanites weld up everything is definitely enough. But I need to figure out what I'm doing here. So there's resources down there. It might just be that it's only magnesium, but magnesium's nice at this point because we can get some ammo off of that. Make sure that my hydrogen stores are full. Let me take a look at what we have going here. Our ice seems to be at very good levels. Stone, 1.5 million. Really liking that. That's a really good source of iron. What about our processed iron? 40,000. Definitely nothing to scoff at. Another almost 30,000. That's some good stuff. Resources, especially iron, definitely looking good right now. Now, I would just have that thing continue its job, the hole it's been creating, but we have a bigger job for it. We need gold and silver. Those are the things we really, really need. So I'm thinking we try to get this thing over there. And then we see what in the world we can do with that. But yeah, that's going to be exciting. Not a whole lot I can do in the middle of this fog, though, unfortunately. Because I want to take the miner out, but I don't want this fog to impede my vision and just cause me to die on a tree or something. So I'm gonna go visit the magnesium mine really quick as my character. Oop, that's, yeah, can't see just a few meters in front of me, so it's definitely a scary predicament. But yeah, we got some good resources here. Just slowly processing that magnesium at this point. Which is all good. Add this to the hoard of resources, 200,000 gravel. Oh my goodness. It's just so much. Now, did we queue up the ammunition that we wanted? I can't exactly recall. But if I go NATO containers, yeah, it looks like we did. Each turret is full, and that is going to be a very easy way to tell if we have shot at anything for missing some ammo. That is one of the big reasons I wanted that symmetry there. Because if we do use ammunition, I want to know. Also, this thing should just be going. Should just be making. There we go. My sound is now on. I was wondering why I didn't hear anything. And yes, I do hear the lovely sounds of production. So just as a little recap, this machine is queuing resources up by itself and using those resources to build a rover for itself. And that is amazing. And it's got its own projector too. So it doesn't even need outside influence to tell it how to build its missing parts. It's absolutely wonderful. But it still has a ways to go. Namely because all these upgrades are not finished. They need gold. These need gold. They all need superconductors. So, I'm done getting gold by hand. I have a gigantic floating drill. Why would I grab gold by hand when I have a giant flying drill? I just need the weather condition to clear. And then we will be all good to go. But yeah. Also, we're going to need to get some ammo here. But I think we can do that manually. I think once this thing is ready, I'm going to steal all the ammunition from the base. Put it into the 4 turrets, just how they are there. Steal an extra 4, because that's what we'll need to fill them up. Because there's a secret ammo container that gets consumed instantly. That actually supplies bullets to it. But yes. And then we'll just have the base queuing up more bullets for the base things to use. We haven't fired a single turret shot yet. One of the things I'm considering doing is taking the Saint Elise over to the Expedition base pod, because the Saint Elise can easily self-repair, and the Saint Elise will have 4 guns. So I'm thinking this is going to be a very promising vehicle. Not the best combat vehicle, but very promising at the very least. Unknown signal's kind of far out. Don't want to run into any trees flying over there. And if you guys haven't even seen the Overminer yet, it's recently been upgraded to feature another row of drills, a bunch of hydrogen engines to keep some power sustainability while it goes on its voyages. Tons of batteries. And speaking of batteries, in order to prepare for this voyage, I'm going to set all of the batteries to recharge. That way we can just drain everything from the base, stick it onto our power supply. Because we want to be full of battery when we leave. That is the ideal. So these should be draining. Hopefully the nanite control facility can still run, because that thing uses so much power. I can see the horizon now. But yes, how many drills do we have? It's a fair amount of drills. It's also a lot of power. Everything is a lot of power now. We're at that stage of the game where the projects are just so big. My camera feels like slightly lopsided. I have no idea why. But it does seem to be clearing up, so we will prepare to leave. One of the big things, though, that I could easily mess up is all my batteries are currently set to recharge. which means they won't supply anything currently. They only want to accept power. So if I detached like this, I would just fall. Just fall flat on my face. Actually, if the base ran out of power like this, then this thing would just fall off the connector and not float. But yeah, it's a giant tower of drills, storage, engines, and other bits and bobs to help us to float. This is one of the scariest things. I love it though. And the rover just keeps going, which is exactly what we want it to do. It seems like, okay, I don't want to lose this drill. Like 100%, I don't want to lose it. So we are going to set our batteries back to auto, disconnect, and then we are going to sort of do a test here to see. Okay, we're definitely not level at the moment. It's pretty close to level. I don't know if our base is exactly level. It's pretty crazy. Oh no! Oh, I didn't realize how close the St. Elise was. Oh, it's okay. It can repair the turret. I destroyed the turret. Okay. One of the drills on this thing's probably beat up too. But it seems as though we have an hour of power left. Which is pretty cool. If I do say so myself. One of the biggest issues with this thing is it just does not have much sideways thrust at all. It relies so heavily on being completely vertical. And if that condition's not met, you're about to have so many issues. So many issues. But it looks really cool. I'm loving this thing. Okay. Gonna kind of free fall back to Earth a little bit here. How's the power looking? When we're using all of our power, looking like 40 minutes if we are completely maxing our power. So we should probably only stay out here like 10 minutes because we're gonna get heavier and just things are not gonna go well for us the longer we're out here. I'm gonna put it right over the marker. I don't think that this is exactly where things are, but I'm gonna put it right here. And we are going to start our descent at least. That tree should become non-existent. There we go. Deleted the tree. And that is the start. This is the beginnings of the mine. It's amazing. Gotta keep a good eye on the elevation circle over on the bottom right side of my little toolbar down there, because that will let me know where I am relative to the planet gravity. So important. This thing's gotta stay straight up and down, especially when it's heavy. But we're gonna try to pretty aggressively drill down. Gonna kind of test our luck here. This design should be built to handle a little bit more than our previous designs were. Because we have been adding thrust, we've been adding just all this good stuff. In this trip, I don't really expect to get anything more than stone, but if we can start probing the ground and opening it up to get closer and closer to the gold, that is definitely what I want to do. Plus, I don't think we can really go too wrong with having much extra stone here, you know? Check our large storage container, and that tells us that we have 4 million stone. Okay. Good to know. We can still lift ourselves quite easily. When we do, we have 40 minutes of power. Okay, we're going to drill more. We might even try to fill. I'm not sure. But I do want to test the limits of this thing. We are 5 million kilograms right now. We're gonna start pushing the limits to 6, we're at 6 million kilograms. I don't think I want to push the limits past 7 million kilograms. Because I have no idea how that's gonna react. Oh shoot, oh shoot. No, 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 no. We went past, Hold on. Our drills are off. We have a slight issue here. We're too full. I need to save this thing. Honestly, one of the best things I can do right now is probably chuck all the stone off of it. It can sit like that probably for 10 more minutes, I would say. It's basically the upper limit of how much time I would give it. Oh no. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to keep chucking stone. We hit the upper limit. But hey, we can hold like 5 million stone on us, which is amazing. And I can keep adding a few more thrusters. That's very concerning, by the way. I don't think that's supposed to do that. I think my thruster damage might be off on this playthrough. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, we're not gaining any altitude like this. And our hydrogen's dropping, which probably spells bad news. We don't need the stone. We just need to survive. That's what we need to do. We pushed the limits a little too much. But that is fine. Also, the thrusters could kill me if I accidentally get right into them. Or that can happen. That's not the best either. Just go forward. There you go. Just keep going, keep chucking stone. We are far, far too heavy. What's our mass at? Oh, we're still at 8,000. Okay, I'm trying to think of this, right? Trying to really consider options here. We probably need to upgrade this stat. We need to add more thrusters in the vertical direction specifically. So we're gonna make a modification on the fly here. I'm gonna add atmospheric thrusters going down. We're going to take some of our new sideways thrusters that we're definitely going to need later. We're going to put them in the downward direction because we need them currently. Oh, I need to build that. But yeah, a few of these should help. I don't know how much they should help. Some more downward thrust. These are pretty expensive. Hopefully they will be able to put in the work. Take this apart. Transporting 5 million stone. Definitely something that you can't really put so lightly. We accidentally pushed it to 8 million because this is a terrible predicament to be in. Okay, we do have a slight bit more thrust. We can go upward. Oh my gosh. The extra thrusters save us. Okay. We're going home. We're going home. Stat. Gonna launch ourselves home like a missile. Basically. Like a really heavy stone-filled missile. Oh my goodness. Only 28 minutes of power when all my thrusters are firing on all cylinders. It's good that we added so many batteries though, because also our hydrogen supply ran out, so we have no power generation on this thing anymore. Okay, hold on. I just realized that slowing ourselves down is gonna take a little bit. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Wait. Straight up and down. Straight up. What's happening? What's happening? Oh. That's probably not the best thing to happen ever. Hold on. Thrusters off. We will recover you once we figure out what's wrong with you. My new thrusters are just kind of going nuts. Hold on. Info. Set these to off. Okay. I think. Wow, that thruster didn't take any damage. We do have scrap though. Something bad happened. I just don't know what it was. Oh no. Something very bad happened. Oh. I don't know how this came to be, but this might permanently put the Overminer out of commission. It's gonna need a complete redesign. It might be that we need to completely deconstruct the Overminer. That's crazy. Okay, at least it's close enough to the Saint Elise where we might be able to do something using the Saint Elise. But yeah, that is wild. How is the Saint Elise doing, by the way? Wow, okay, you've got a lot of resources. Did I leave you off or something? Possible targets, projection, construction, cleanup, deconstruct. Yes. It's got a lot of stuff I can build. That's definitely interesting. Why is that still on? Yeah, this thing is toast. It is going to need a redesign and a rebuild. That is crazy. Can't believe the entire large storage container just imploded. Ooh. Stick all the resources in. Salvage what we can. I also don't want this 6 million stone to despawn, because that's quite a resource right there. It's quite a resource. Control panel. I mean, do you have a crazy new requirement that I don't know about? It's scanning a lot of blocks. It's got possible targets, but it has no current targets. I think it's too focused on superconductor parts. Cleanup. Is it doing cleanup? Oh my gosh, it's pulling the stone from outside. It's doing cleanup for me. Yes, nanites. Yes. It's pulling the nearby stone apart.
Inventory full.
My gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna take apart the thrusters. Because honestly, the Overminer, at least the top half of it, is just... It's just obliterated. We can probably design this way better. Now that we know what we know about the Overminer, and we've sort of practiced, I guess you could say. Overminer version 2 is going to be way better. Rest in peace, my friend. And take a lot of the thrusters off the top. See if we can't fly the bottom half into port by itself. I'm curious. Because that'll give us something to build off of at least. But I do fear that it will need to be completely deconstructed. $5 million stone.
Inventory full.
I'm caught between things because I don't want anything to despawn. I want all of it. You know, I don't want this top half to be like technically disconnected from... No, it's all connected. Okay. It's connected to power. I don't really have to worry about that. Actually, most of this is intact. Now that I'm looking at it. I thought the large storage container was like completely holding it all together. but it is not. Where's the base? Ooh, I'm glad that those didn't exist. Here it is. And the snowstorms apparently are just relentless at the moment. Okay, we do have some sideways thrusts. We still have our gyros. I think this is how we're going to get everything back. And then we're going to try to rebuild the large storage container inside.
Inventory full.
So now I just have to focus on the stone. So I don't want to waste any materials in this game. Even stone. How much stone do we have? If I can spell it right. We've got 300,000, 9,000, 13,000, 350,000. The refineries are working on it. Oh, and there's a lot of scrap apparently. That processes really quickly though. And just goes straight into iron, I believe. But that is a lot of good iron there. It's a lot of good resources. What is production doing? It's just waiting for gold, which is really disappointing. Very disappointing. Also surprised that this rock, 5 million stone, was not way larger. But I guess the rock size kind of caps out at a certain number. Still rather strange.
Inventory full.
It's just gonna be stone filling the base after this. H2O2 generators, huh? Guys have really started what we have hydrogen tanks. I think this is new information. No, we've had those for a little bit. We don't have any hydrogen though, which is actually kind of strange. Are hydrogen engines just going nuts? Do we have any of those? I didn't think we did. I thought my hydrogen engines were on. The Overminer. It's odd. The batteries are still looking really good too. It's just this heavy bit of stone.
Inventory full.
You think a tree could have taken it out? poked through somehow? Or is there's just so much like strain weight wise? And it just kind of popped. I don't get it. Oh, wait. The beginning of the rover's name, or technically the end, but it's coming together. It's kind of halted right now, unfortunately, by this stone catastrophe, but it's coming together. We have 2 drills. Gonna occupy this assembler really quick. Take apart my Mark 1 grinder. There you go. Suit energy low. We technically have 17 years to refill that, but let's go ahead. Fill that up. It looks like the fog may be lifting somewhat, so that is good.
Inventory full.
Still so much stone. I'm glad that the nanites aren't that overpowered, you know? Or just instantly transport all the stone back into my base. But at the same time, it's like I want that stone before it despawns. But I think I can leave that to the base here. I think I can trust it. I have a feeling right after it's done with cleanup, it's just gonna go sicko mode on production. I think if I were to build more towers, other things would kind of be in the way. This is such a weird apparatus. Everything I've got situated right now is either... I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is a nice, kind of solid design, and then you've got this that it's building. That's like... It's just fantastic. It's gonna look so good too. I can't wait for it. The fog has lifted.
Inventory full.
Still 4 million stone sitting there. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. This thing needs to get light enough to fly home. That thing needs to chill. This is like the only thing I can do for progress. Just fly stone back and forth. It's wild. Thinks that it needs so many superconductors. It's just deciding not to build anything else right now. But also it's occupied by stone, so I understand that. I have a dilemma. Do I go grab some superconductors? Some gold? Having superconductors now would be amazing, and I know this drill is going to take forever to get to them. Let's scout out the hole, shall we? Just a quick sec here. Let's go back here. We made a crater. Absolute unit of a crater. Where's the gold, really? There. It was right next door. Okay. We actually almost got gold on that trip. We were just mining in the wrong spot. Okay. We are gonna keep doing this drill method. We're gonna do quicker trips though, where we don't go down as far and we don't make everything explode. We've learned our lesson. There's the base. I think the drill was working really, really well. It's just got some improvements that we can make to it. Also, I feel like this big thruster is kind of cheaty. No, it's not. It's not cheaty. It's not cheaty at all. I wonder. I wonder. Thruster damage somehow?
Inventory full.
Thruster damage? Okay, we have some new evidences here. This thing caused some damage to this, right? Now that's not to say that it somehow reached through the next 20 blocks to hit the cargo container, but it's a suspect on the list now. I'm gonna remove it. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna completely redesign the Overminer. I think there's much better ways that we can design this. I just kind of started slapping things on because I knew, oh, it needs this, and it needs this, and it needs this. No, now we understand the gravity of the situation. More thrusters is always better. And it's going to take a lot of them to be able to support a large cargo container. We need a design that won't self-sabotage itself. We need a design that will stay afloat even if its cargo is completely full. And we are going to do that by doing a complete redesign. I can make it even wider. I can make it a little bit more space efficient.
Inventory full.
It's going to be really good. But yes, goodbye Overminer Mark 1. At least you died near base. Oh, goodness. And these parts will be really useful to the Saint Elise. And then once that is completely built, I have a feeling producing future vehicles is going to be a snap. I really cannot reach anything. And again, I almost want the Overminer to be compatible with the Saint Elise so that I can drive out somewhere and the Overminer can just like undock from the Saint Elise and dig down. But number one, I want the Overminer to be somewhat larger. Not so sure how these ideas are going to come together yet. I do have ideas. Oh, I think I do understand some of what happened here. Okay, upon further analysis... No. Wait. That's completely wrong. I was about to say the block that it destroyed was supporting the top, but that's not true because they were also supported by these. That's a... Why was there a heavy armor block in here? What? I started building heavy armor? What was I doing? At least we have a lot of resources now. Jeez. Actually, we have so many resources. The only thing we don't have is this high level resource. Oh, gyro. Oh, friends. What? It just tried to spin its way off into the sunset.
Inventory
Oh,
full.
my inventory is full. Hold on. I feel like the Overminer Mark 1 definitely did a lot for us. Definitely served its purpose. No suit energy, huh? Interesting. Make sure that my hydrogen bottles are full. This is also a really nice little design that I've come to for refueling. It's also convenient. Atmospheric thruster. Light armor block. Other light armor block. It's all going down eventually. Steel plate 53. I wonder if the nanites have already gotten it. Nope, it's mine. Okay. There is one other thing that I can do, and I think I will do. Later, though. So I'm gonna have the nanites break this apart.
Inventory full.
But that is gonna be a project for after that stone's gone. And probably after it started building itself again. Because it still needs to do that. Stone nanites. Going crazy. You know what? I think in the name of progress. Hold on. Let's just take a look here. Control panel, nanite control facility. Alright, you guys remember the gold rush? You might have flashbacks to that. Superconductors, 1,500 superconductors is what we need. It's terrible. Light armor block. Now you can't build that.
Inventory full.
Okay, okay. Alt middle mouse. Alt middle mouse. And why can't I build this here? Hold on. Okay, it's already destroyed. Oh, I don't have any steel plate. Hold on. Give me some steel plate. Thank you.
Inventory full.
Oh, you're gonna need to clean that up really quick. Alt middle mouse. Okay, so it is doing projects that aren't picking up the
Inventory full.
stone. Okay. I just don't want these upgrades to get in the way. Oh, I hope it picks all those nice resources up.
Inventory full.
Oh, middle mouse.
Inventory full.
Why does it fill my inventory instantly? My gosh. Okay, there's only one more left. So interior plates. Okay, good. It is full. Full of that. Let me clean some of this up. I think it's the cleanup nanites are like hyper focused on the stone right now. So I'll sort of help it out there in that aspect.
Inventory full.
The base is just going to be drowning in the stone, which is absolutely amazing. But yes, this is really good. So how many superconductors do you think you need now, my friend? 119, which is okay. Projection nanites. I mean, it is just working on that stone. Let's get some gold. Let's do it. Why not? Because what that will do for us, it'll increase our yield. When we get those yield upgrades on our... Oh, gotta find the right little cavity in here. Wow, the stone is still here. It's interesting. Here we are again. With the gold. Gold nugget chunks. That is stone. That is not what we want. This is gold. Honestly, I've chunked out a lot of this gold. So I don't know if bringing a gigantic drill in here is actually going to give us too much. It might actually at this point require the precision of a person with a drill to actually get this gold out of here. I'm not saying I'm precise, but I'm saying I'm not a huge lunky drill. It's floating and basically only has one path down. That is a massive quarry entrance. Love it. Absolutely love it. So come back just to get a little bit of gold, maybe get a yield module or two. I would like that. I actually have no idea how much gold I just put in there. Probably should have checked that. All the stone drills are full of stone. Ah! Okay, the nanites are just going off. There's so much for them to do. This is Overwhelm the Nanites Day. Last few episodes have been Overwhelm the Nanites Day. So this is nice. This is very, very nice. It's coming together. Slowly but surely. Where is... There's gold ingot in the assembler. Which is wild. Don't tell me all my gold's gone. Oh. Wait, what? I know I got some gold. Hey you, this is not much at all. This goes to show you how inefficient gold rushes are. I need the giant drill. But I need a new one. Me taking this drill apart is gonna cost me so much time. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. This is what I gotta do to progress, to get further. I need to take it apart. I need a much more versatile design. So at least put it that way. I've got life support going too, so apparently there's some sort of storm coming in. Oh, and I'm dropping resources. There you are. Just take all the weight off the back end. Of course, inventory is full. The death of the Overminer. Yeah, well, it needs a redesign. I'm not quite sure what was wrong with that large storage container, but the fact that it was able to take all that damage while we were out there is definitely cause for concern. I do not have enough suit energy here. Did I pick up all the parts? I don't think it would have. Were they on top? They were on top. There we go. I don't know if I have enough suit energy for this, but we're gonna see. Okay. drop everything in there. And look in here and fill the hydrogen. Tell you what, after all this, St. Elise has gotta finish building itself. No, oh, I didn't grab any suit energy. At least I can still fly. Which is kind of weird, but not gonna question it. Oh, my overhead light was on too. Just definitely not helping. My suit energy conundrum. All this designing.
Inventory full.
It's now down the drain. Starting back from square one on the Overminer. Ooh! It looks like progress has begun back at the St. Elise. Slightly baffling because we haven't
Full.
finished this conundrum yet. But that's okay. I welcome it.
Inventory full.
Ooh, that's not the right camera angle, definitely. Components cannot be deposited. Why? Okay. Components cannot be deposited. Why here? What's going on? Okay.
Inventory full.
Can I just put them in? No? Couldn't be that simple? Got it. Connector. Connector's not connected to anything. Connector's already full. Oh, this is a trip. This is absolutely a trip. There's nowhere for me to just put the stone. Let me actually take this off first, because that makes sense. Before it falls to the ground. Just reminding myself periodically how many resources actually is. Thrusters are so expensive. And now I'm just funneling all those resources back into the base. Heavy armor, come on. What was I doing? That is so expensive. That's why it took so long to build the Overminer. I just accidentally put heavy armor inside of it. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous. I wonder how many of these are heavy armor. It's another one. Just like 3 of these blocks can fill my inventory. That's wild. It's not okay. Light armor, okay. That's where we stop for now. With the grinder.
Inventory full.
A little bit more than 1,000,000 stone left, which means we are almost all the way through. Let's check on our power situation. Oh, it's really not looking good. But you know, we have a lot of components. What do we need? We need a little bit of this to start them off, right? Okay, this looks like the orientation of the other ones. So this is another 10. Let's go for 50 batteries. That would be pretty good. Make this like a certified charging station or something. Nice. Oh, they're being built. And then the hydrogen top off. The recharge. Oh, why do you have so many nanites? Can you answer that question? Why were there so many? Hello? So that's free power using components, but we're using power to make it. I honestly don't really know what the trade-off there is, but we shall see. There's plenty of power here. If I can get this back to base, that would be nice, but it's not the most versatile little machine in the world. There's the control center. It's floating. There's the other one. Okay. You might be able to get this home. I removed basically all of its upward thrust. It's definitely not light enough to get home yet. But if I do take the drills out, it should get home.
Inventory full.
770. That is getting better. You're just choosing not to build yourself right now, though. Well, we expand our power grid. This is what we must do. No question about it. The darker blue, battered armor. And that should be what we have here. If it is not, then we shall see. That is probably going to be, yep, that is what we had. Perfect. So now I'm going to go back to default to build the tower. Now let's think. If make a tower out here. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 7. So the fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the middle one. And this is where the turbines are. So if I attempt to build a turbine, I think I might be stopped. I'll have to see how this works. I'll probably chuck this idea though, because I don't think it's going to work. But we shall see. The solar panels cooperates. I need to learn. I need to make a hotbar. I need to learn how to put stuff on it. Okay, yeah, they are encroaching on each other's spaces. So I can do is I can build them pointing outward. Okay, one way to get me extra wind farm towers. Heavy armor, no. No, I don't want heavy armor. Let's make sure that none of this is heavy. Light, light, and light. Okay. And I need more of the resource. So I take a few more, and we expand the grid. I am going to definitely have a ton of wind power coming off of this thing. Just want a good station focuses on renewable energy, because ooh, that was probably not the best thing to do there. Having renewable energy is pretty nice. Make sure the pattern's correct before I keep going. I can always expand this later, so I think I will stop after these. Build that back. Base is working on the power infrastructure. All right. Things are moving and things are grooving. But what things in particular? It's gone. The stone is gone. Wait, this isn't floating. It's attached. Can we fly? Oh, I'm dumb. My thrusters are off. Hold on. Okay, that kind of exploded. This thing is just, yeah. I want the power back at base. That's what I want. Yeah, but currently this thing is not cooperating the best.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Put all the ice back in there, because why not? Put the iron in here. Let's see. Thrusters look good, they're just so heavy. So, we reduce weight on this thing and get it home. Don't think we do get it home. My batteries are draining. I think it is mostly a lost cause. So, the beacons. Gonna put a deconstruction beacon on this thing somewhere. And then it will slowly wither. I think that's how it's gonna work. I'll have to see if the beacon does anything to it. Or not the beacon, the nanites. Especially because we have power problems back at base. You're not doing the best, but they are doing. Fully depleted in 33 minutes. Honestly, that's not the worst. And we have some turbines on the move, getting constructed, getting powered up. Honestly, our turbine tower is just way too big for its own good. Definitely have to build installations around to protect it. Because if anything gets close, it definitely has the threat of being able to take the towers down quite easily. But the nanites are going off. Jeez. Get a few more plates from around. I'm literally farming plates from my own base. Okay. Light armor blocks. Oh no. Oh no. Misclick. This will be the power hub. I think the rover will have more processing power than this thing ever did. More ability to construct and refine for the nanites. That'll be where we produce most of everything. This will be renewable power hub, this base here. St. Elise will be our mobile construction rig. It'll be amazing. And the nanites just go to work, expanding the power grid. My simulation speed suffering or something? It's when I look at the turbine tower. The simulation speed really takes a turn for the worse. Let me just take these apart. No, wait, don't hit the... Okay. That's what I want to build. Power cell, radio communication component, and a steel tube. I think we can do that. Is there a radio communication component? We'll take one of them. Small steel tube, we only needed one. And power cell. Goodbye, my friend. Now the beacons will know to deconstruct you. It was good knowing you. My gosh. Are the blue ones the deconstruction nanites? Oh my goodness. They're gonna start deconstructing and eventually they're gonna create stone piles on the ground. At least they picked up the ice, which is amazing. Oh no, I have no power right now. Okay. Big decision. Nanites, you're gonna have to chill for a moment. I cannot support... Here, you can have one nanite working at a time. Cannot support anything more than that. It is really coming together though. Gotta say, I'm very happy. But during the snowstorm, We just can't support you. Sorry, my friend. Because we're getting absolutely 0 power right now. We are building way too many turbines. We'll build the tower one less. Take some interior plate off that. And I'll give it to these. So many turbines, which is amazing. Light armor block, and then one more turbine to top this tower off. So that's pretty good. Everything is just so slowed down at the moment. There's just no production. So many things we want to do. Not enough nanites to do them yet. But we have to complete the Saint Elise. We must. Which is actually a bigger project than I thought, because there's still quite a few systems for it to build. Expand on. And in order for that to happen, as a mean to that end, I will expand on our this base is H2O2 generation. There it is. Functional hydrogen engine. Packed right on in there. If the nanites would ever get to it, because, man, fully depleted in 2 hours. But yes, it can have all of my components. Control panel and nanites. No limits. But don't work on deconstruction yet. Or really projections. I want you to focus on either picking up materials on the ground or building the tower or whatever you've already started. Oh my goodness. This has turned out to be quite the project. And the Saint Elise hasn't really gotten too much further, I'd say, as far as its own blocks are concerned. But we do have massive amounts of ore now. It's craziness. Alright. Refinery. There's gotta be a refinery somewhere. There you go. $100,000 stone per refinery. Absolutely wild. Large cargo container 7. Would you like more of that stone? I've got quite a bit of it. Conveyor sort storage in. Here you go. Ultimately, it goes to the refinery. Large cargo container. It's just a logistical nightmare of trying to find. Oh, refinery. Oopsies. You need it more than the storage does. It's a logistical nightmare trying to find stuff, though. It's crazy. Here's the gold, too. Go ahead and start working on that, so you might be able to get some superconductors in. That would be pretty good. Why are you still slow? Why? $20 superconductors each. Which is pretty big, but not as big as what's underneath these armor blocks. That's too much. Too much for one episode. Too much for 5 episodes, even. And just slowly expanding power infrastructure again. The base is actually shaping up. Things are coming together, just ever so slowly. All of the nanites come flooding back. Oh my gosh. Requires so much. But it keeps on going in the name of progress, and that's what we like to see. This battery tower being empty is not what we like to see, though. Very concerning. But we do have a lot of different forms of power on the way. We've got the construction being limited at the moment. I'd say things are going to be shaping up. That's what I would say. Let's check, see what's going on with magnesium mine. What do we have? Magnesium. Not stone, like we have had. We actually have magnesium coming out of here. And why not grab the ice? We're gonna start needing it over at our base here. This power tower is just gonna keep looking crazier and crazier. Let me make sure. and nothing is stopped up. So it can take in, okay. The assemblers are fine. They can take in resources. Keep making plates. Apparently we're running through our iron. Huh. Let me take these off the docket. You can put them back on the docket if you want. But I'm going to take them off the docket for now. The assemblers go nuts. Oh my goodness. I'm excited though. I really want this thing to be built. SE. So that shows that there is some progress being made. It is just a lot slower than we expect. Take the motors. Take the resources. I'll take the ice from you though. You don't need that. We are making a couple of superconductors, which I'm sure are going straight into one of these yield modules. Don't know if we're gonna have enough superconductors, but it is one of the things that this machine is concentrating on. Why does it always have to be snowfall? Why? Why? I'm so excited. Just needs to build. Which, honestly, it is enough to kind of like walk around in. So that, I guess, is nothing to scoff at, but dang, do I wish I just had this thing already. We're just missing power infrastructure. Put all of our eggs in the wind basket, and the wind is not treating us very well today. Could make more solar towers. We did do that at one point. I don't know. Well, what do we do when there's nothing to do? Make work. We are going to get more supplies for the yield modules. Because we have no flying drill at the moment. We have no Overminer Mark II. That is a future project, and I'm not going to start building that because I learned my lesson that no other projects, no matter how bad you need them being made, will they're really hard to prioritize over each other. There we go. There's still a silver down there, and I might need some of that. However, we definitely need some of this gold. You'll make this so much better, too. If I could get the Saint Elise right above this hole, then it could do a cleanup maneuver, and it can pull all the stone and gold up. All I have to do is drill it all out. That would make everything so much better. There is a fair amount of gold down here still. It's just so hard to punch drill because it's not straight up and down. It's definitely way easier to exit out of. We're getting missed again? Oh my gosh. Cannot catch a break with the different weather events up here. It looks like the actual base of the tower is almost finished. It's just all of the different turbines that still need constructing. 2.4, it's not bad. You get a lot more when you start dumping some of that stone during the trip. Where is my refinery? Here it is. It's prioritizing the wrong thing. I need golds because I don't have much of it. That gold is going to help you get a much better yield. So that's what we're working with. The yield modules mean when I process the ore, I will just get more of what I wanted from the ore. So we definitely want those yield modules. Not as much as we quite want the power. Not quite as much as we want the power, but we definitely want our yield modules. Oh. Oh no. Fully depleted in an hour. We only have kilowatts left. Oh no. Nanites, I can't afford to have you on anymore. It'd be wonderful to have you on for all of my tasks, but no, you can't work in these conditions. But it's not going to stop me from trying to build these. Components added to build planner. Nice. So now I want the build planner things. I don't quite have enough steel plate, but I know where to get that. Construction components, computers. Cannot withdraw construction components, but that's okay. The base saw that I wanted the steel plates, and it heard me say I was going to rip them from wherever I could find them on the base. Just said, oh, okay, give it to you. Give you the steel plate. Just don't hurt us. Okay. And we just have to do that little troubleshooting thing. The hydrogen engine. is not being very cooperative, so build it back up. Yeah, I think it might be one of those things where we have to leave it alone for a sec. But I am gonna put everything else back, and I'm gonna remove everything from the build planner. Okay, cool. I only slightly know how to use the build planner. That's why I'm using the nanite control facility for most of everything. But I would greatly appreciate my 5,000 ice being, or 500,000 ice being converted back into power. Really would appreciate that. Oh, goodness. Going to go ahead and grind it down again. It's functional. Toggle it. It's still not filling, which is slightly concerning. So that is what it's supposed to be doing. But I'm sure it'll kick itself into gear eventually. Eventually. I wonder if once everything is sort of squared away with the Saint Elise, it's going to be able to make a lot of my resources. So what if I just delete a lot of this randomness? And I make this base a lot more compact, circular. It sort of fits underneath the turrets. I kind of like that idea. I don't know exactly what this base is going to be for, but it's going to definitely be some sort of source of wind energy, which seems to have been coming back. Now, the batteries aren't going to reflect that because I have a massive storage capacity now. But that is a-okay. Oh, the hydrogen engine is now firing on all cylinders. Nice. So how long? Recharge in 4 hours. Got it. What happens when I look at the nanites and I tell them they can turn back on? Depleted in 33 minutes. Got it. You guys have fun. I'm sure you guys will get along just fine. It's probably going nuts trying to do everything under the sun. Let me limit it a little bit. Say, to work on your projection, but you can deconstruct, clean up, and repair. We have a yield module. We have 2 yield modules. Oh, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. We have 3 yield modules. Is it deconstructing out there? It must be. It's probably going to start with what's furthest away from the deconstruction beacon. If it's smart, that's what it'll do. And whatever falls on the ground, it should be able to clean up as well. So this should be a good system. Oh my gosh. The tower is back, but the tower doesn't make enough power. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I'm surrounded by productive equipment. I'm just sort of sitting back and observing and designing things occasionally. That's where I am now. Oh my gosh. Considering going out and getting gold, but I really don't like doing that. I really do not. Because I've done that so many times. But I also want to patch out the ground. Lots of things to do, lots of things to consider, lots of things to get done. So little time to do them. I definitely want to attack that thing too. It's just after all this work that's taken to get here, I don't know if I will ever willingly risk the St. Elise. It's just... It's been the most productive vehicle by far. It's literally built everything else. And it's not even built yet. Oh my goodness. Power is the big limiter. That is the big limiter. Hydrogen, ice. I don't want that to trickle down so quickly though. It's the thing. And I'm gonna have hydrogen systems on here as well. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably turn on projection so that I can start working on that hydrogen system. It's pulling all the stone out. Oh my gosh. Alright, so thinking. Control panel. Yeah. You're gonna be able to build projections now. You're gonna be able to use your resources. We have 4 yield modules. We're just getting so much more bang for our buck now. It's probably worth it. I'm gonna go out and get the gold since we have the yield modules. I'll get the gold to go with it. We'll have a better yield off of the gold that I grab. It's worth it. My computer's running like a potato, but it's worth it. Light. There it goes. Oh yes, let me weld the ground. Try to get as pure of the gold as I can. As we know, that's not exactly what happens. As we know from the Gold Rush episode. And when I finally get to a place where I think I can punch drill with the Overminer Mark II, I'm just gonna call it the heist episode. Because it is going to be a absolute cash grab. Gonna get so much gold. We're gonna exit. What do we get? 3.3. Not bad. Not bad. Still in the frame of mind where I don't want to waste stone. But, I mean, 6 million stone back at base as I can, so. It's a dilemma. The massive tower of turbines. And it can't even power my base properly. Here you go. Take it. And then we should be able to make more superconductors out of that. Build these up more. Just have a better yield. It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. And we are still deconstructing this out here too. Which means we're just grabbing resources from everywhere. Is it emptying it out first? Also, I landed right before I ran out of fuel. Oh my goodness. That would be really smart if it emptied the drills before it started taking it apart. Like, that would be legendary. I have to walk back. Actually, there was probably some hydrogen sitting in the drill. Are those the H2O2? No, they're not being built yet. Kind of glitched a little bit visually. I thought it was being built. Darn. Things are being built though. Very excited about that. And the assemblers are still going. They are still firing off. Oh, we have the rear brake lights. They're coming together. So I don't have the back layer yet. Not quite. Another yield module. That's what I like to see. There's just so much happening and nothing's being done at the same time. Because the one nanite control facility is working on like 30 different projects. But the tower is done. Like, that's crazy. Let's check on our power consumption. With the hydrogen engine and the tower, we're gonna lose all of our power in 3 hours. Oh goodness. Hopefully, as the nanites work, they will have less and less to do. That's what I'm hoping. That is certainly the hope. Another thing that I do want is I believe on here there are conveyor sorters. Particularly the two unlabeled ones. If I can spell conveyor sort right. Yeah, these two. Gun top 1 and gun top 2. And just whitelist the ammo and drain all. Whitelist the ammo and drain all. So what I'm thinking is that this is in the wrong spot, perhaps. Check the inventory real quick. Make sure nothing's stuck in the wrong spot. Okay. So when I was just throwing stuff in here, nothing got stuck into the conveyor sorters. That's good. And now I have a job for one of my assemblers. 206 times 2 ammunition. We'll just make new ammo. We don't have to steal. Put it down the chain. Assembler 2 is not doing anything right now. 2. There we go. That should be 206 times 2. Yeah, 412. 426. There's gonna be 10 extra ammo floating somewhere. It's fine. That's what we do with our magnesium. We funnel that into our ammunition. And things are just moving. Things are just grooving. Got another power tower. St. Elise is slowly building itself. I think we're gonna have to rename the episode because we're not completing the St. Elise today. I think it will be called Salvaging the Overminer Mark 1. I think we recovered it in the last episode. I think last episode was literally based on the recovery of the Overminer. But now we have to destroy it. To salvage it for parts. It's a sad day. It really is just pulling parts off this thing. Just here and there. And then I'm just gonna steal a bunch of stone. Bunch of scrap in here. Maybe I did that damage. But yeah, now the all of them, yes, all of the yield modules Oh my goodness. Base is so much to work on. It's not even funny. It's insane. I'm gonna take these thrusters down. Throw the resources in here. Oh wow, that one was basically dead. It's a lot of scrap probably. That is wild. But a big thing is we are now way more efficient in our refineries. 125,000 iron. As long as the refineries don't completely fill up, you know, they should be just absolutely cranking materials out. And gosh, the nanites are just going so crazy. We don't have the power. Fully recharged, we're actually gaining power right now. Like, at a very slight rate, but we're actually gaining power right now. No way that it's like taking the power off the batteries, right? No way. That would be like way too OP. If that were the case, I could like build anything that I wanted to and just have it flop onto the ground, and it wouldn't matter because the nanites would be able to pick everything up. That's not ideal. But yeah, we're to the point where we have massive storage. And we just need a way to fill it with resources. Which, I mean, we've been doing pretty good at. The Overminer Mark 1 served us well. But it's just, it could be so much better. Right after the St. Elise's completes, I think Overminer Mark 2 immediately goes in production. With its crazy new array of batteries that we have to recharge. Good times. Everything requires power. Power is the great limiter in this game. I think in normal games, you don't have nanites. So you don't have to do really insane things to power the nanites. You just aren't lazy. You just do space engineer stuff. You know? But that's not how this playthrough went at all. This playthrough is chaotic and Uses the very power-hungry nanites when possible. Oh, the connector's so full. Why? Okay, the battery just disappeared. That's crazy. Yeah, I think it's firing on all cylinders for the deconstruction. Oh, and our power. Why have there been so many snowstorms in this episode? We can't function using our massive wind power grid if it's just always snowing. No. Come on. This is no. It's not how it's supposed to go. Suffering. That's what this channel is. You get to watch my suffering. Maybe that's entertaining for you. Maybe that's why you're here. Maybe that's why you made it this far into the episode. I don't know. All I know is suffering. Okay. Stone. Scrap metal? Let's go ahead and just rip through that, shall we? Just turn it all over into iron. The Gatling turrets are actually filling up. One of them is named Gatling turret and one of them is named Gatling turret 4 because I think we destroyed the second Gatling turret twice with the Overminer. Oh my gosh. It's been 2.5 hours. And all of our complex efforts have been thwarted. And I'm gonna grab this signal too. Probably. We'll see. No, it's all the way down there. We're not gonna grab it. Suit energy low. Life support may fail because it's currently snowing. What? Oh, you were going on the side here. I didn't even know. Wow, I'm impressed. You're gonna run out of power imminently, but I'm impressed. Take it. And now we get the energy. The wheels are gonna be made soon. Everything is just coming together. We're gonna run out of power soon though. Depleted in an hour. Oh no. Is there like an info screen where I can see the like total grid name assembler? Huh. Convert to ship, yes. Oh my goodness. There's no thrusters here. There's only 3 lights on this. 1,000 physical, oh, like almost 1,000 physical shapes out of 65,000. So I think we're good there. There's a lot of triangles. There's a lot of triangles. But it's not saying battery. Sensor field? I don't use sensors. Huh. Strange. Strange indeed. So no, there's no like better power graph in there. There could be one on the LCD now that I think of it. I just need to grab one of those. Maybe we're actually able to see some information for once. Tells us how our base is doing. Put it maybe right here on the wall. Have this be the stack of LCDs. Maybe expand the wall out more. Who knows? But we need to start it all off with interior plates. Is it you? Steel plate. It's you, cargo container. I just stole like 20. And I'll throw the other, oh, the interior plates don't fit on. Got it. So I welded that back up. It's many different nanites. And it's still just going down. It's got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Hopefully it's gonna do. Even if you say it can't be done. How about if I just say all these random things and I just slightly modify them so I don't get copyright? It's a great time. It's a great time here on the Tortalic channel. Actually, I want this bulletproof glass. I actually want it a lot. Probably a bunch of stones gonna fly out, but that's fine. Because the bulletproof glass is essential. Hey, we've got one. We've got two. They're online. What can we do with LCDs? We're about to find out. This is actually content. Let's see. Public title. Interesting. Rotation. Content. Text and images. I guess debug. Why not? Textures. What do the graphs do? It's just a graph. Okay. Remove it. What if we did do scripts? Oh, it's got stuff on it. Okay, good. We could see the weather, jukebox, gravity, energy and hydrogen. I like that. We have... Is that our energy usage? Huh. That's interesting. We have weather, and then I guess we use faction icon. That's probably what we do for all of our scripts. See what the weather is. Oh yeah, it's snowing. Great. And then faction icon. Let's do it. That's pretty cool. Maybe we change our faction at some point. Do those use a lot of power? Only 100 watts. Okay. That's a-okay by me. Now let me check the actual batteries and see if these line up. I want a different script. I want different power information. I want like a total, like how much battery. You know? I think that would be much, much better. I think this is like the usage. And this is how full our hydrogen tanks are. I don't know. I just don't see what I'm looking for from this. I want to know the health of our batteries, which I can kind of see by looking at the wall of blinking red lights, which is definitely not good, and I'm definitely going to have to turn the nanites off for just a minute. We have basically no usage. Yeah, it's definitely a usage graph. But I want to see like production information, you know? I think that would be cool. Also, I can probably stick these on the same one. That's my theory. Hold on. Can I also add energy and no, it changes it. Okay. So we'll keep that as weather. But I want a different script. Maybe I can find one in the community. Probably. Maybe even scripts that will show like how much materials I have like various types. Maybe I put those LCDs on this because it's actually going to be holding most of the materials. The rear spotlights are built. Yes. This is actually coming together so well. The lease. Like, I did expect that we were going to make some progress. I even expected to complete this. But I thought that all the superconductor stuff was not going to be even remotely ready. And it's there. Like, not these. Not the upgrade modules for the actual NA control facility. But everything else is here. Speaking of which, how many superconductors can I afford? Because after the guild modules went off, I just stopped paying attention to how much gold I had. Got a little bit here. Nothing worth noting. Like 30. Nothing big. But yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna be it for this episode. I'm slightly disappointed that we weren't able to get a big project done, like taking this apart or just finishing the rover as the title suggested. But it's okay. Oh shoot, my nanites are off too. So the things that I just spilled all over the ground, I'm gonna have to clean those up. But yeah, everything I do on this playthrough, you get to see live. So it's sadly not one of those situations where I'm just gonna like pan to off camera and edit it out.
Inventory full.
No, you get to see every painful detail. Every painful detail. Oh no, and this is the most painful thing. Like, come on. I just want wind power. Give me wind power.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. Of course it is. Just depositing bits of 10,000 stone when I have a million sitting ready. Oh my goodness. Craziest thing is, I don't know how much stone I have really anymore. And like the byproducts of the stone. Because I've built quite a few things since. I really would like to turn the cleanup nanites back on. I hope they don't cost too much. I'm back. You can now turn back on, but I don't really want you to work on new stuff. Clean up and deconstruct. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want you to work on new stuff. We just really cannot afford that at all at the moment. I'll leave the rocks to you. Just gonna chunk this stuff away.
Inventory full.
Oh my goodness. This is what it's like. This is what it's like to decide just to take apart a drill and redesign it from the ground up when it's already so big. They're just rolling all over the hillside. Nanites, come fix this.
Inventory full.
They're sending themselves out. I wonder if they can reach. There's so many other stones for them to pick. Looks like they are reaching out here though.
Inventory full.
Maybe not. I'm not sure. Can't tell. Okay, they're reaching that one.
Inventory full.
My gosh.
Inventory full.
The little stone's gonna get away. Oh gosh. It's doing some excavation of its own, huh? No. No, stay
Inventory full.
back. Stay back. Stay within the nanite range. Don't you dare. Don't. Don't.
Inventory full.
Alright. Man, good luck. Good thing this isn't a hardcore world or something. Because that would have been extremely sad. Wait, what? 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 Oh, wait, this is my body. Hey, my inventory. Okay. Cool. Hey, cleanup crew. Take these. I don't want them. Yeah. Anyways, as we were as we were rudely interrupted by stone cannons.
Inventory full.
They're absolutely terrifying. Oh, you've got a lot to work on here, and well, at least the base has some power. Okay, let me micromanage just a little bit more. Say no repair and construction, only cleanup and deconstruction, because I want to end this episode soon. Having something completed, I think that would be wonderful. We don't technically need the stone, but in a way that we don't need it, we also kind of need it. It's the shiny rocks that go click-clack. More the better. In fact, I think I'm gonna go back and forth deconstructing it, and you are only gonna be responsible for cleanup. That way you get all the rocks. I'll take out the things like the battery that we're never gonna get the power off of, sadly. So much stuff. That's what we want. We want to pick it all up. We want to use it for the St. Elise's construction on the next episode.
Inventory full.
I think I'm going to break that when I'm more sure that
Inventory full.
Our deconstructor is going to pick it up. Well, out of fuel, huh? Out of power, too, huh? At least it's not blinking red. At least we're not in the red zone. Dang, that thing was almost gone. Come on, clean up. Come on, clean up.
Inventory full.
Yes, when I
Inventory
press. Oh no. It's only when I change the size of it. Hold on.
Inventory full.
Since there's two of them, I can't control them. Hold on. No.
Inventory full.
Oh, this is terrible.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Alright. Drop that there. Take the rest back to base. Wind power is looking pretty decent back there in the background. Nanites should only be picking up rocks. So I think we're going to be getting some power here. That's what I think though. Oh. Slipped on out.
Inventory full.
We need the cleanup. We need the cleanup crew. Come on. Collect all the rocks. I feel like this is gonna be a gun. Okay. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Yeah, I mean, nanites, you should be able to handle the rest. Come on. Up to it. You're on, you can clean up and you can deconstruct. I believe in you guys. What am I gonna do in the meantime? Well, the lovely battery usage, because we're not using anything at the moment, which is kind of crazy. Don't know why. 2. So we are doing a few things. Are we recharging or depleting in 30 minutes? Got it. We're suffering. There's so many nanites. I think what I do is I sit here with the grinder and I try to obliterate everything. And hopefully it turns into a mess on the floor that the base will just take care of. Keyword, the base will take care of it. Okay, the rocks.
Inventory full.
Rocks are trying to leave. Not allowed.
Inventory.
Not allowed. Okay, so the nanites can reach that far. Just so much stone just piling up. Come on, nanites. Come on. Believe in you. Just pick it up. Just pick it up. Oh my goodness. There's definitely no going back at this point. Like, the point of no return was a while ago. And we've definitely hit it by now.
Inventory full.
You just keep getting the rocks back so that nanites can transport.
Inventory full.
Oh my goodness. The rocks are doing their own conga line out into the universe.
Inventory
Come on
full.
back.
Inventory full.
Okay, I've stopped the motion. Because apparently when you take from a pile of stone and the size doesn't change, rotation just stops. Which is good. Good stuff. Wait, that's where the beacon is. Hold on. Let me take the rest of it apart.
Inventory full.
There's just there's not much left. I want to end the episode on a successful note. Come on. Come on, nanites. All we gotta do is shred the rest of the pile and pick it all up. And then it'll be mission success. Let's do it. Oh, nanites. That was a few rocks.
Inventory full.
Okay, managed. Spit the rocks out over here, along with a bunch of other useful stuff. Perfect. Just fill the ground with the good items. I know my inventory is full, but
Inventory full. Inventory full.
it's almost done. It's almost done, and the nanites know it. That's why they're working so hard. Yes, it's crumbling. Okay. I'm okay with losing that stone. Okay. The nanites should be very... The nanites should easily take care of that. Easily. All I gotta do is watch the cleanup crew. And maybe stop this rock from rolling. But so far from base. It's maybe 500 meters might be its radius.
Inventory full.
Come on, pick up all the good items. Pick them all. Pick them all up. Let's go. All you gotta do is pick up the items. That's a rock cannon. Oh my goodness. No more deconstruction. There is only cleanup. Now cleanup. And then, and only then, will we be done.
Inventory.
That's a lot of stone. And it's trying to escape. It's traveling far and wide.
Inventory full.
Okay. I think we might be able to stop it. I can hold this one. And I don't have much power or hydrogen, so I need to get some of that. Alright, and we're back out. Making sure that the stones don't go farther than they should. Oh, that was very counterproductive. It's okay. Bring them back to the nest. And I go get the ones that are... Oh, there's another straggler out there. Hold on.
Inventory full.
Well, bits and bobs of stone. All right. So it's just collecting. Drop it here in the collection pits. That was collected. This is in collection range. Everything should be good out here. But yeah, before the episode ends, we want to make sure that all these lovely materials are cleaned up and in our inventory. Because that is where we want them. But while all that is happening, I might as well be productive myself and build another wind tower. Productive, counterproductive, same thing. Okay. It's the next project. We need it for power. Because power is suffering. When power suffers, we all suffer. So I might as well put this together for next episode while everything is being cleaned up. That's the right level, right? Yeah. So these two secondary towers should have about the production of the first tower. So over this episode, we basically doubled our wind power, which was already ridiculous, by the way. Wait, it's repairing? Yeah, it shouldn't be working on this stuff. But they are. Okay. I sort of welcome that. You want to expand the power? We can expand the power. Where'd it go? Did it just burst into... Oh, there it is. Blending in. So yeah, don't think this tower is going to get finished in this episode, because we are wrapping up. However, this will definitely be one of those projects that the nanites will just kind of be working on in the background. Except they've been the foreground of everything. Even that salvaging operation. Might as well take it all. I already welded it down past the point of no return, so to speak. Without getting my welder out, I couldn't fix that, so... Whoops. Just finish it with my grinder. But yeah. I think we're gonna get to the point where just looking at this base, is going to blow my computer up because of all the spinning turbines. Each one of these is like 400 kilowatts, so I mean they're kind of impressive. It's just they're not extremely consistent. The solar panels are only 100 kilowatts or so that's why I'm not opting to go back to any of the solar panel stuff that I did before. It's just not worth it. Not in my mind. But yeah, there's a little bit of a tower upgrade there. If I look out here, there should be no components in the component bay, but there are plenty of components still down here. There's rocks off in the distance too. So you still got work to do. Can't be slacking off building an entire wind turbine tower that you're actually working on very diligently. No, not allowed. Absolutely not allowed. You're slacking. We're supposed to be ending the episode, not starting new projects. Control panel, nanites. What? Wait. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be doing that. You should only be cleaning up. That should be the only thing you're allowed to do. But instead, you're destroying my power grid by building a power grid. Let's at least get all the valuable materials out of here. Rescue them.
Inventory full.
Alright. It should be wrapping up here. So, what are our plans for the future? Well, particularly this wind turbine. Definitely one of the next things. We need to expand our power infrastructure. I think within the next few episodes, we're going to complete the circle, make a bunch of wind turbines. And then we're probably going to move the guns. Honestly, I don't really want them on this facility anymore. I want them stationed around the facility in their own sort of like pillbox. I say pillbox, but it's going to be basically the opposite of a pillbox because it's going to be very open air, so the things can shoot all around them. That's one of the problems that I have sitting it here, because number one, this thing's probably more likely to be attacked if it's here. And then also number two is I just want the turbines away from the combat. Like if something's trying to shoot the turret and it misses and it starts hitting one of the base beams, I could lose an entire tower. And that's not how I want to go. So expanding the towers, moving the turrets out, and then this facility, I think I'm gonna use it for power storage and renewable power generation. Maybe I connect it with long connector tubes and have it power the various mines that I might build around. I'm not sure, but mining should be primarily the job of the floating drill. So maybe this is just a station for the St. Elise to come back to refuel and repower itself. or various other machines like the Overminer Mark II. I'll have to see. Why are you working so diligently on the tower? Come on. Take the materials from the earth. See, like this. You just pick it up. You take it home. Yeah, I saw you send out a nanite. Right after me. Oh, no, I didn't run a jetpack. That was weird. It looks like, oh, okay, we just got the rods. Hopefully we got them and they didn't just despawn in front of me. So this stone should be like the last thing. And now it's gonna start rolling. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yep, so we are basically done here. The tower is gonna keep getting built. The resources are here. Actually, while everything is finishing up, one of the things that I should do is let me take a good stock of the resources. So we've got some stone. That is always wonderful. Where is our stone? Got a little bit here. Storage out. Large cargo containers got some stone. Refinery's got some stone. There's a lot of stone and a lot of scrap. But actually we are processing the stone rather quickly. We have over 100,000 iron, which is a really good spot to be at. But I think we're using that iron fairly quickly as well. Yeah, the stone's just about to evaporate. There's not really two ways about it. We do not have stone to last this much longer. But we are getting a lot of good resources off of it. Like, we have 3,600 motors laying around for whatever reason. Silicon, it's a good amount. Gravel, iron, we got the works. We need some more gold. But we've got the works going on. Cobalt's okay. We probably need some more cobalt. We need everything that doesn't come from stone, basically. And I'm surprised we don't have more iron. Like, I was expecting at least 1 million iron, but nah. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But we do have a fair amount of things. Let me go ahead and also do one more quality of life thing where I take care of these. Perfect. And then, I mean, we're done. We're done for the episode. As you can see, like, this thing is feeling a lot more put together. It's even got batteries that have a little tick of battery life in them. That's pretty promising. So this Angelis didn't get too many places today, but we were able to make a pretty successful stone run. Minus all the craziness that happened, we were able to make a pretty successful stone run with the last of our Overminer. And then we took it apart. And next episode, we finish this, finish at least the second auxiliary power tower, but the third power tower. But yeah. There's always more to do. And I can't wait until I'm able to progress just a little bit further. But that has been it for this episode. If you like this series, go ahead, check it out on my channel. You can always watch the other fully unedited clips, except some of them I trimmed off the beginning. The testing part. You can always check them out on my channel. Subscribe. That would help me out a lot. If you click the bell icon, you can see when I go live or upload. And just like the video. Leave a comment. Some constructive criticism. Because I'm sure there's a lot I don't know about this game that some of you might. But in any case, that is the end of the episode. And I hope you guys join me next time.